on a second. I think I messed up. It's gonna... Okay, there we go. We're good. Sorry, it messed up for some reason. Oh, it says we're live still. Yep. All right.
I think we're good. But on to the next one. They got was it Tom Hooper playing?
What I've heard too. Like I haven't really seen Umbrella Academy at all, really. But
it looks like a cool show.
Yeah, it seems like a cool show, but I'm just not entirely sure, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm willing to give him a try as Albert Wesker. I mean, he seems kind of young to be Albert Wesker.
The Wesker in the other Resident Evil movie wasn't terrible. He wasn't too bad. But I wish, to be honest, the next casting pick, they would actually pick him as Wesker, but they didn't. It's Neil McDonough? Is that who it is?
Yeah, Neil McDonough. He's going to be playing William Birkin. A lot of people remember William Birkin in the original... I believe he was in the original Resident Evil movie, because I think he was the guy that was in the wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that's who William Birkin was. I
think that
I may be completely wrong on that. I'm pretty sure that's who that is.
Yeah.
But I have no idea at this moment.
I wish he would actually played Wesker. I feel like he's got the look more down pat. But I just hope this movie's good. I mean, the other movies were, like I told you before, the first one I thought was all right. The second one was good. Everything else was crap. But I just hope it's good. I hope, like you said, it is more video game accurate. Because do we have any release date for it?
At the moment, I don't think so. But it... at the moment, no, there's no release date because because there's just casting at the moment, so there's really nothing else.
Okay. So, well, whenever it comes out, we'll definitely get hopefully more news here soon and maybe some pictures and we can show you what they're going to look like and more news hopefully coming soon for y'all.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And up next, we have a huge story for us, especially because we like Marvel movies.
Oh, yeah.
We have Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be joining Spider-Man 3 as Doctor Strange, obviously. Who else would he be?
Yeah.
But it says he's going to be in a mentor role that was previously occupied by Tony Stark. Now, a lot of people don't like this, mainly because they want a Spider-Man movie where he goes off on his own. Every single Spider-Man movie, he's had some kind of mentor role. Like in Spider-Man 1, it was Tony Stark. Or in Homecoming, it was Tony Stark. In Far From Home, it was Nick Fury. Or the Skrulls, if you all know that. Yeah. And in this one, it's going to be Doctor Strange. And a lot of people are obviously thinking this points to probably points to maybe Spider-Verse, especially since one of the Doctor Strange movies, the sequel, is going to be called the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah. So a lot of people are thinking WandaVision that comes out in December, Jamie Foxx casting that we mentioned last week.
Yeah. When I saw this news break, I thought it was actually pretty cool. I like Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange. I always thought he was pretty cool. I don't know if I really have a problem with like the mentor thing. I never saw this too big of a problem. And I think he'd be a good mentor, definitely, because to kind of replace Tony Stark, because he kind of gave the one, he told him that he was going to be the one in Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. I don't have a problem with it as much, like you said, people do, but I'm really excited for Spider-Man 3. If everything stays true like that, that'd be really cool to see on the big screen.
Oh, yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah. And coming up next is a movie that none of us really even knew about because a trailer just dropped randomly one day, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And that's Mel Gibson is going to be playing like a badass sort of Santa Claus. Yeah. Like it's a Santa Claus in like a real world setting.
Basically, yeah.
Because it's going to show, like, in the trailer, it showed him giving like a rich kid a lump of coal for Christmas. And then the kid said, "I'll get you, fat man," basically, as he yelled at the sky. Yeah. And then he called up a hitman saying, "I want you to kill Santa Claus." And it's just that, from what the trailer showed, it looks like the whole movie is going to be basically Santa versus this hitman.
Yeah. I think the trailer came out, I think Thursday. I had no idea about it. I'm not a big Mel Gibson fan, but the trailer, it looks interesting and it looks like a fun time. Just to see Santa Claus, not, I wouldn't say the jolly guy that everybody knows.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this movie. I know it comes out in, I think, November. I'm ready to definitely check out something a little bit different than like the Santa Claus we saw with Tim Allen and all that stuff. Like all the good things. I'm looking for something a little bit more with, I guess, a little edge.
Yeah. Yeah, this has edge mainly because in the trailers, he talks about how some kids with a rifle shot him and put a few holes into a sleigh, which I thought was pretty funny. And then it also shows like Donner. It also shows all of his reindeer too.
Yeah. And I can't remember what the line they said there.
Well, a dude was getting nipped at by Donner. Yeah. He's like, "Oh, that's Donner," and then Mel Gibson Santa says, "You should be glad that it's not Blitzen. He would have bit your dick clean off."
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I'm looking forward to checking out this movie, but definitely for something I didn't know we were getting. I just hope it turns out definitely as good as the trailer kind of made it out to be.
Yeah, I really do too.
I don't know. Is it coming to theaters or is it just streaming?
Let's see. It says it scheduled to open where theaters are open on November 13th, and then it will launch on demand and on digital platforms on November 17th. So if movie theaters are open, it's going to be at a movie theater, which means when movie theaters are open where we are right now. So I guess that means on November 13th, me and Chase are going to the movies to see Fat Man. Because I'm definitely down to go see this.
Get my ticket. I'll be there definitely. And which the weird thing is, Saban Films, the people that made Power Rangers, are bringing this movie.
Yeah, the Power Rangers from, I think, what was it, 2014?
Well, they had the movie, yeah, but they also made it from back in the original Power Ranger show. They were also that. Who knows? Maybe the Power Rangers will make a surprise cameo, and I don't know. But I'm definitely looking forward to checking out this movie. November. Definitely would love to see it in theaters. If not, then we'll definitely catch it sometime that week.
Yep, I definitely am too. And we'll probably have a review for that for you.
Yes, we will.
And next, we're going to jump over to the Pixar side of things, and this is with Pixar's Soul. It's going to skip theaters for Disney Plus. Now, that's pretty interesting, I guess mainly because they want to get it out before Christmas. They don't on this day subscriptions and whatnot for Soul, it seems like.
And the thing is, they're not making you pay for it like they did with Mulan, are they?
I don't think so, no.
Which is great. That'd be, I mean, that's awesome that they're doing that. And I mean, if this is just like Inside Out, sort of, kind of like movie, I think they got a hit on their hands with this film. We'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, from the early reviews I've been seeing, that's what people have been saying. They say it's Pixar's next big hit, which I can definitely see. Like, it's also a heavy subject for kids to see.
Really.
Which I think is a good way to introduce like the concept of death into their lives and stuff like that.
Not make it too bad. But I mean, like I said, if it's definitely kind of like Inside Out, I mean, they definitely might have a new hit on their hands, and I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out.
Also, another thing that we didn't know about or that I haven't seen was that Universal is coming out with another Croods movie. Did you know about that? Like, this is just another topic within a topic currently.
I thought I maybe saw the trailer for it. I don't remember. I didn't watch the trailer, but I saw there was a trailer for it. I saw the first one whenever it came out back in the day, which I can't remember when it was. I feel like maybe 2015, 16. Maybe I'm wrong there. If I'm wrong, correct me on that. But I thought it was all right, the first one. I didn't remember thinking it was too bad. I don't know if did you see the first Croods?
No, it didn't interest me.
Yeah, I thought it was an all right movie.
That came out when the first one I think came out while we were in high school. Yeah, and it's like at that point, it's just like you're too old for that.
I know, but I think I got it from like the library or something.
But yeah, I never saw it. Like it wasn't something that interested me. And now, according to this, it says the new Croods movie is moving from December 23rd, and it's actually going to come out earlier on November 25th.
So kind of get the.
And I don't know if the Croods movie is going to be in theaters or if it's going to be on a.
I think it's scheduled for theaters, and that'd be like kind of that'd be what after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think
so. Kind of get that Thanksgiving if they can get the family crowds. I'm sure that movie will definitely make a lot of money because I know there's not a lot of kids movies at the theaters at the moment. So I mean. If families want to get out there to the theaters if they get the chance, I mean, I'm sure they'll probably make a lot of money for sure.
Yeah, and with that Soul, we were talking about it earlier, if they were going to charge anything for it. We have it right here. They're saying no, it's going to be at no extra cost. So that's
a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole Mulan thing, paying $30 in my mind was crazy anyways, because like you said, like on our first episode, I think it was, you had to pay the subscription and then you had to pay $30, which is crazy all in that. But I'm glad that it's not extra cost, and I'm sure people are going to be watching it first day it comes out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they definitely will.
I'm sure we will.
I might too, because I'm sure on Christmas I won't have anything to do really.
I'm sure I'll just get a Disney Plus subscription just for it.
You should. There's a lot of good stuff on there because you can watch The Mandalorian also.
Which I've seen the first season, and second season will be out by then, correct?
Yes, Mandalorian launches on October 30th.
Yeah, so we're getting close to that.
We're getting a few weeks away from The Mandalorian, and whenever the first episode of that drops, we'll have the review for that too, because I'm sure Chase is going to watch that.
I will.
All right, and the next one, we're going to be moving to TV shows now. I guess you can consider this kind of TV show topics because it's Disney Plus, but we're moving over to an actual TV show, and that's the Batmobile. Yes, Batman's car is getting its own HBO Max show. Now, what it is each member of the Bat family or whatever has their own vehicle. Like Jet the Batwing, Buff the Bat Truck, and let's see, there's also BB the Batgirl Cycle, Red the Redbird, under the leadership of Bam, which I'm pretty sure is the main Batmobile. Yeah, they're gonna be young sentient characters on the streets of Gotham fighting crime. To me, I understand it's a kids show, okay, and you can't be overly analytical about it, but this seems stupid.
I don't know. I'm actually looking forward to checking it out. I don't know. Whenever I saw it was a thing that was coming to a thing, I thought it was interesting, and I know, like it says for the preschool demographic. I don't know. It might be one of those just fun shows just to watch, because I know it's coming to HBO Max, and I think it's also going to be coming on Cartoon Network as well, like in the future. I don't know.
Yeah, it says right here HBO Max and Cartoon Network.
If they make a Joker vehicle, I mean, come on. I mean, it could be a fun show. It could be also a stupid show. Who knows?
I'm going with that one.
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, well, if we can get a chance to check it out, who knows?
Well, at the moment, it's in production, and there's no release date at the moment. So, I'd assume probably either summer or fall of 2021 as a release date for this.
And I'm saying it right now. This could be a better show than Teen Titans Go. Calling it right now.
Teen Titans Go isn't even a good show to begin with.
It isn't a good show, but I'm telling you, this could be more fun to watch than that. Maybe.
I'll keep your word on it.
We'll find out whenever it releases.
From Disney Plus to HBO Max, we're gonna move over to Netflix now. And with Netflix, they're gonna be releasing a Godzilla anime series that's gonna be coming in 2021, and it says it will hit globally in April of 2021. So tell me, Chase is the resident Godzilla expert. Yeah. Okay, I like Godzilla. I'll watch all of the movies and do that. He's more obsessed with it than I am. Yeah. So take it away.
I mean, I haven't seen too much about the show. I just didn't. I knew just a few days ago, actually, they released that it was coming out. I'm actually super excited for it. Like he said, Godzilla is just it's one of my favorite things ever since I was little. So much. I mean, that's kind of like the little teaser picture we have. I thought maybe they did come out with what the kids and like the people are going to look like in the show. I can't wait for it to hit in April. I would definitely. I don't know if Dylan's going to be watching it. I know I will be watching it on that first day, and it's also, I think, by the people maybe from the
ones responsible for the visual stylings of this series will be character designers Kazue Kato and Eiji Yamamori. Yamamori is well known for her work on several Studio Ghibli films, including Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, and The Wind Rises.
And I've only seen two
and will be designing the kaiju. So that means the monsters are going to be in like a Studio Ghibli style, I can only assume. Yeah. And Kato is known for his supernatural ghost hunting anime Blue Exorcist, which is really popular among the anime community. I only know that because I know a lot of people who love anime and actually like that one.
I've actually never seen that. Might have checked that out.
Is actually, and according to this, it says it's the second series featuring Godzilla to appear on a streaming service. A trio of Godzilla
Yeah, that's what I'm
animated
talking about.
anime feature films appeared on the network in 2017 and 2018 called Godzilla Planet of the Monsters, Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle, and Godzilla the Planet Eater. And they were all successful enough to compel Netflix into greenlight Godzilla Singular Point, which I guess is the name of the anime.
Yes, it is. Here is the cat, like the kind of the people that are going to be in the show. Like I said, I'm super excited for anything more Godzilla. Just definitely to hold me off to, because hopefully this might come around whenever Godzilla versus Kong comes out. Can't remember exactly when that does come out, but it might, if it comes out later in the year, maybe it'll hold me off at least until then. Because Dylan knows I'm super excited for that movie, and Benedict's super excited for that movie. I'm super excited to check this show out, and I think it could be a big hit, definitely with the Studio Ghibli people, because I've seen 2 of those movies that they did on that, and they're all great, and I'm sure this would be definitely a big hit with all the Godzilla fans.
Oh yeah, it definitely will be. I don't know if I'll watch it because, like I told you, I'm not a super big Godzilla fan. Like, I'll watch the movies with you and everything. I get enjoyment out of them.
Yeah.
Like, I've all the ones that I've seen with you, I've really liked.
Yeah,
Like, I'm pretty sure I've told you I have too. And
to be honest, I mean, when you watch something Godzilla, it's always you want to kind of like just loosen your mind and just enjoy it. Don't like have anything on your mind when you watch the movies, because they're just fun, cheesy monster movies. Definitely the old ones, you can see that, but the new ones have been fun. And like I said, I'm super excited for when Godzilla vs. Kong come out. That's kind of the same situation we've talked about with Flash when it's been moving so many times. No matter what, I think this show could be really good, definitely with a lot of the Godzilla fans in the world. And if Dylan doesn't watch it, I will definitely give you my thoughts on the show.
yeah, you can look forward to Chase's review.
Yeah, I will give you this review.
All right, and with that, we're going to move into The Walking Dead's ratings disaster.
And here's Dylan's topics.
Yes, now with The Walking Dead Season 10 finale, it hit a series low in ratings. Now, it shows down here that the Walking Dead, the episode was called A Certain Doom, and it was a long-awaited episode that's been delayed almost half a year because of the pandemic. And it was watched by 2.7 million viewers, the lowest of any season 10 episode. And so they lost 200,000 viewers. They've lost 200,000 viewers over the course of that year. And also, again, to put into perspective how low 2.7 million viewers are, in 2016, they had 17 million viewers watching. That was only 4 years ago. So they've lost over 14.3 million viewers in 4 years. That's an incredible drop, which I can only assume is the reason why the show is ending in 2022 with season 11. Because I guarantee you, if the ratings held up, this show would be going on a lot more seasons than that, especially due to the fact that there was a quote, I believe, from either AMC execs, Robert Kirkman, Greg Nicotero, or Scott Gimple, one of those guys, who said they could see The Walking Dead going to like a season 25 or something. But obviously that's not going to happen now because they're ending at season 11, and then Daryl and Carol are getting their spinoff, and then we're getting the Rick movies. So the ratings, with the way that they were going, it was pretty much inevitable at that point.
Just kind of a gimme. I definitely heard about like they were losing their fans. And now is it like, since you watched the show, is it the materials just getting stale? I mean, are they not creating like good
from what I've heard?
or...
Well, from what I've heard, people are saying it's boring and stuff like that. I never thought it was boring. I thought every single episode of the show was good. Mainly that's because I'm a super fan. A lot of the people that watch it are just casuals who occasionally catch an episode, and they see an episode that's going on. They're like, "Oh, this kind of sucks," and they just turn it off. But it's just like they don't stick around through the whole episode. They're the people that if the show doesn't pull them in immediately, they just stop watching, and it kind of irritates me a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, it definitely sucks that they're losing things, but I mean, it kind of happens with shows because I mean they do lose their viewers over time. But
yeah, and with the premiere of the Walking Dead season 10 finale, immediately after it, they showed the pilot for a new Walking Dead show called The World Beyond. Now here's the list of the cast right here. The main cast includes Hope, Elton, Iris, and Silas right here. Iris and Hope are sisters living through the apocalypse at Nebraska State University in what they call a colony, and they just the show is it's bad. Okay, the show's bad. A lot of people don't like it, and that's it. We'll move on to the next topic. Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous is renewed for season 2, and it digs up a new teaser.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
Yeah, I'm excited. I talked about my review of the first season in our second episode. They really got quick on this one. I didn't know they were going to move just like that. Dinosaurs out on the island and everything. I think this is going to be more. I'm definitely super excited for the show. The first season was so fun. I don't know if you ever got a chance to watch it. I know I told you my review on it, and I hope if you haven't got to see it, I hope you do check it out. Season 2 doesn't have a release date or anything, but I think it's maybe about 2022, I think. Am I correct? 2021, 2022?
2022 for the
next Jurassic.
for the next movie, but 2021 for the show.
Yeah, that was quick. That was definitely quick, and I'm super excited. They showed, I guess the T-Rex might have a bigger thing, because it really, if you haven't, I'm not going to spoil it, but I mean, there's on the first season, she's not in it as much. Really, not going to say anything spoilerish about it, but since I know the show is still kind of newish, not like super new now, but I'm super excited for the second season. Really quick on them getting it, so I mean, I guess they're showing people actually liked it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I can't wait. More Jurassic World stuff. Just keep bringing it. I'll definitely be checking it out.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that. And we're actually going to move on to a topic that's actually hot off the presses. This is actually breaking news that I just found out about. I'm just going to pop it in right here. Ewan McGregor is saying that the Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus series is going to start filming in March of 2021. All right. Now, I've got goosebumps going all over my legs right now because I've been waiting for this show forever, dude. Yeah. Like, I can't tell you how long I've been waiting for the show because he plays such an amazing Obi-Wan Kenobi in
since
the prequels. Yeah,
since we saw him in episode 1, he's been so great, and his performance just got better in the movies. I feel like episode 3 was his best performance. He's such a great actor, anyways. I can't wait for it. Easily. I mean, that's awesome. I'm glad that you actually saw this news to let him know. That's awesome.
Yeah, it definitely is awesome. And I'm going to highlight this right here. Lead actor Ewan McGregor said on the Graham Norton show, via the filming should begin Star Wars production in March 2021. Disney had previously only committed to a vague 2021 window. It'll be a while before you see the finished result, but this suggests the wait won't be quite as long as you might have feared. So maybe we might actually get this show in the fall of 2021. Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be awesome.
Because I know they were saying because it was delayed, we might not really see it at all because it wasn't anywhere on the schedule. But this is exciting here.
So, I mean, is it going to be taking place after episode 3?
Yes, it's awesome. It's actually right here. Okay. It's expected to follow Obi-Wan 8 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith. While that makes yet another bridge title, it's also unique as the first to have one of the main actors from a Star Wars movie reprising their role.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's awesome. I can't wait to check it out. It's going to be great. A great show. I know it is. With how Mandalorian was, I'm sure this probably might even be better.
Yeah, for those of you who are fans of The Mandalorian, you'll know Deborah Chow as she directed a ton of episodes, and she was one of the main people who basically ran the show. And she's going to be, I think, solo directing this whole show.
That's awesome. Which
is going to be so good because her episodes of The Mandalorian were amazing.
Yeah, and I'm glad it's also because episode 3 was actually my favorite out of the prequels. I don't know if it was yours or not.
Oh, it definitely was.
I can't wait to check this show out, and hopefully, fall 2022. If not, maybe beginning of 2022, maybe. Mm-hmm. But whenever we get it, I can't wait. Let's bring it on.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to move off of this breaking news and head over to New York Comic-Con news, and that's with a TV show for Hulu called MODOK, and it's Marvel's MODOK was actually announced for Hulu at New York Comic-Con. And it's what it is it's the supervillain MODOK that a lot of you remember. It's like the big head guy that you see here.
Yeah.
But what it is the show focuses on him and his organization AIM, and like what goes on inside like the AIM headquarters. Like it'll show MODOK going to business meetings and stuff like that. I think from what the trailers showed to me, I don't think Chase didn't even know about this until I brought it up earlier.
Yeah.
But the trailer to me seems like it's going to be a comedy. It's going to be in the style of Robot Chicken, especially as you can see from this screenshot right here. And it's going to focus on like MODOK and how he interacts with all of the workers at AIM, and like how he gets through these meetings. And like I think his family is also in this too.
Oh, this is cool. I like I said, Dylan didn't tell me about it until I got here. I had no idea this was even in the plans of doing, but this could be cool. Robot Chicken's a fun show, and definitely since you said it's gonna be a comedy, I think that could be fun. I don't know much about MODOK. I know he was the main. Was he the main villain in that Avengers game?
Yes, I'm pretty sure he is because AIM is the main. AIM is the big corporation that's in that game.
I mean, I've seen him before because he always just looks weird. This could be a cool show whenever it releases. I don't have Hulu, so I mean.
Yeah, and with it doesn't have a release date. It has no official release date, and according to Hulu, it's coming soon. So
do you have any casts or
keep an eye for it? Patton Oswalt is going to be. Yeah, see, the show stars Patton Oswalt as MODOK, Amy Garcia as his wife Jody, and Ben Schwartz, who voiced Sonic in the Sonic movie, is going to be his son Lou. Melissa Fumero is his daughter Melissa. So, and it's got the whole synopsis right here. The show centers around MODOK's villainous organization AIM as it goes through some hard times. They're bankrupt and being bought out by a Silicon Valley tech firm to keep them afloat. So it definitely sounds comedic. And MODOK is suddenly forced to sit through things like HR meetings. So to me, it definitely sounds like
could be something funny.
A comedy, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be an awesome show. Can't wait for it to come out. Might just have to get a Hulu account. Just check that out.
Yeah, and going into video games now, and also speaking of the Avengers game, the Marvel's Avengers player base is rapidly decreasing, but the creators of the game, Crystal Dynamics, are promising new content. Now, excuse me. This GameSpot right here actually showed the game was released in early September, less than a month ago, and now 5 weeks later, the game's player base has dropped, especially on Steam. The game's daily peak for last week was 2,400 players online, down from a 28,145 player all-time peak total, and that's a problem for a game that's a game that's being used as a service. Yeah. In which the campaign is 10 to 14 hours. And Kotaku noted the issue brought about by the game's somewhat lackluster in-game and reached out to the developer Crystal Dynamics to ask what their plan is to bolster the game's population. They promised an influx of content to keep players interested and give them new things to do, although I don't know if that'll bring anyone back, really. No. Here's the exact quote from the person there. "To our players, every day we fight to make the best game possible for our community. We have a number of new content pieces coming in weeks ahead, including a totally new Warzone mission type called Tachyon Rifts, a new outpost that's a jumping off point for new story missions in the future, an AIMS cloning lab, which requires a coordinated high-level group of 4 players to beat with new top-end loot rewards for finishing it. And in each of these updates, we do tuning and bug fixing to enhance the overall experience. They also teased new heroes coming in the future, including 2 Hawkeyes, Kate Bishop and Clint Barton, so father and daughter, and they will come in the near future, so maybe in a few months. And then they also said, lastly, we will continue to add new content to the game in the coming months as we address issues and overall game balance, including loot distribution and quality of life features everyone is clamoring for to improve our data." And one patch dealt with over 1,000 issues that players were having. Don't know what issues those are, but you know, that from what I saw, that game had a ton of issues, so I'm sure it fixed the majority of them. The Avengers game doesn't currently have crossplay, so being able to maintain separate player bases across different consoles is obviously a challenge, as this says. Especially on Google Stadia, where the install base is literally microscopic almost. And keep in mind, Spider-Man, which was a PS4 exclusive, hasn't even come to the game yet, and only PlayStation players are going to be able to get it. And the player base is down to 2,400. That's only on Steam. That's not counting the consoles. But I don't even know what it is on PS4. But there's no telling how low it is on there. And Spider-Man hasn't even came to the game yet.
Yeah. I know I shouldn't say this because I never played it, but could the falling down of it because the game sucks? It just looks... I mean, I keep watching the things, and kind of when they first came out, it looked cool, but it just looks so stupid. I mean, it just looks monotonous. I mean, it looks like you're doing the same things over and over and over. You
pretty much are. Again. Like I've seen gameplay of it, and it's just fighting waves and waves of enemies in each different area. That doesn't
sound fun. I felt like if maybe they would have made something more like the Spider-Man game, maybe more story-based and not as monotonous, maybe it could have been a good game. But I don't know. I mean, it sucks that they're dropping it, and that's, I guess, all right that they're going to be bringing more stuff to it. But the stuff that you read didn't even kind of pull me in like I cared. The stuff you came in, I didn't know that Spider-Man still wasn't in. I mean, how long is it going to take before he comes in? I mean,
I don't know. That's a good question. Like, they haven't even gave a time of when Spider-Man's going to come into the game.
I mean, I just don't know. I feel like this game was, to be honest, set to fail. I mean, I shouldn't say, because there might be people who really like the game, but it just looks like, I don't know. It just looks like it sucks.
Yeah, it probably does. I don't anticipate the player base coming back at all for this, but you never know.
To be honest, I feel like it's one of those games. Give it time. By the end of the year, I find it being like $20, $10, something like that. By the end of the year, just because no one's buying it, you'll see it on clearance. But
yeah,
hopefully, maybe those new things will bring people back. But like I said, I just don't know. I feel like it might be just too late.
And with that, we'll move on to our next topic. It's pretty positive. We're going to show you the top new games out on Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and computer this week, the week of October 11th and the 17th. A game called Torchlight is coming out on October 13th for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Cook Serve Delicious 3. Chase said this one looked interesting.
I kind of like those like cooking games. I remember playing.
Yeah, Cooking Mama.
Yeah, well, those are kind of be fun. It's not coming for PS4.
Xbox One, PC, and Switch, my man.
Oh, that's cool.
Sorry,
I have a Switch, so I might check that out.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Cloudpunk, which looks like an 8-bit version of Cyberpunk. It'll be coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
That might be fun.
NHL 21. Chase is probably going to pick this one up.
I'll probably pick
It's going to be out on PS4 and Xbox One. No PC for some reason.
I know people really don't like sports games because it's all the same stuff, but I think it's fun to play, and yeah, I'll definitely be picking that one up soon.
Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, which obviously is only on Switch, and for those of you who haven't seen what this is about, this is it's basically like remote controlled Mario Kart but through your Switch console. And as you can see here on the screen, this right here is a camera, and what it is you can set up a track around your living room or whatever room you're in, and on your Switch it shows like the view of the camera as if you're like looking through Mario's eyes, like in Mario Kart. Mm-hmm. If it were a first person view, and you can like race each other and stuff like that. It shows things on screen. Like, it's a really interesting idea.
Yeah, I didn't know about it till Sunday when I saw it in like an ad. And my first thing was doing, I'm like, I'm going to ask you because I'm sure you have the knowledge on this one. That could be pretty cool. And isn't it in your own home? You kind of set all this track up and stuff? Like, it's like tracks up in your own home. That could be pretty cool.
And the games that came out last week are Foregone for PC. Baldur's Gate complained about, obviously, because EA doesn't seem to put any work into any of their games anymore. They're just copy and paste. Like, people are talking about how FIFA 21 on the Nintendo Switch, they said like it's literally straight up FIFA 19 just copy and pasted onto a Switch cartridge.
Really?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying.
Wow.
A game called Ride 4 on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and that's all of the games that have come out the last 2 weeks that were pretty new.
I feel like the releasing of games should be picking up soon, eventually, with the holidays coming up. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, it definitely will.
But I feel like it's kind of getting a little slow this week. Definitely in game news in general.
Yeah. And with that, we're going to move on to our last topic of the day for you. And that's going to be how to upgrade your PS4 games to your PS5. Now, this has been a hotly debated topic because it all came from the Spider-Man PS4 to the PS5 remake or whatever. They were saying that if you had the PS4 version, you wouldn't be able to get the PS5 version for free. Okay. And a lot of people were really against that. But as you can see right here, this tells you how to do it. To upgrade a disc game, you'll need the higher priced PS5 that includes the disc drive. Digital games can be upgraded on either version of a PS5. So if you plan on getting a digital system, GameSpot suggests you buy PS4 games you have on your wish list via PSN. The instructions look fairly straightforward. For a disc version, just make sure you're signed in on your PS5 console, insert the game disc. It doesn't say which game disc, the PS4 version or the PS5 version, and then select to upgrade on the Game Hub. That will download the PS5 version, which will be associated with that game disc. So I'm assuming they mean put in your PS4 version?
Version.
Okay. Then from then on, you can play the PS5 version as long as the PS4 disc is in the drive, which is very confusing to me. You'll be playing the downloaded version, but this is necessary for licensing authentication. For a digital game, just find the game in the PlayStation Store or Game Hub and select Upgrade. If you don't do this, you'll get the PS4 version. In some cases, there may only be a PS4 version. There's also more to go along with this. Please note that the ability to transfer game saves between PS4 and PS5 version of the same game is a developer decision, and it will vary title by title. So not every game will have this feature. So keep in mind that whenever you decide to want to upgrade your games.
I think it's a cool idea, definitely, because that means you don't have to kind of lose your PS4 games on some of them, right?
Yeah. Will
they maybe come up with a list or something? Because I know Xbox One has which games you can play on your Xbox, from the Xbox 360 you can bring over to play on your Xbox One. And if they come out with I know they probably don't have a list at this moment.
Well, I was fairly certain they did because I thought I saw it earlier, but I just never pulled it up. I think it might be this one right here. Which PS4 games don't work on PS5? Here's the full list so far. Thank you, GameSpot, for providing us with this. The PS5. Here are PS4 games that won't work on PS5. DWVR, Afro Samurai 2: Revenge of Kuma Volume 1, TT Isle of Man: Ride on the Edge 2, Just Deal With It, Shadow Complex Remastered, Robinson the Journey, We Sang, Hitman Go Definitive Edition, Shadwin and Joe's Diner. These are games I've never heard of before.
I only want Hitman Go, but I don't even know what that is.
I thought that was a mobile game for your phone.
You know what? Okay. I've never heard. Yeah, I've never heard of it. I think Afro Samurai 2, I remember they having a game on that for 360 or something.
Yeah. This is the list of the games right so far that don't work with it.
So nothing too thing. But I mean, I think that's a cool idea that you can just kind of make your PS4 games better on a PS5. I just hope it kind of works good. I hope some of the games are actually worthy games.
Yeah.
I think kind of that Spider-Man, the remake you kind of were talking about, though, I don't think it looks better. I think it looks worse. I think you kind of said the same thing.
Yeah.
It kind of looks worse.
It definitely does look worse.
But I think it could be a cool idea. I mean, I can't wait to actually check that out whenever it releases and try and see what happens with everything on that.
Yep, and I think with that'll actually be the end of this episode. So thank you all for listening, and we will be back next week for episode 6.